So our speech tonight is going to be about the sickness of showing off. Some Muslims fall in the trap of working hard, doing good deeds, but not for the sake of Allah, but for the sake of people. So other people look at them in a more respectful way. They have a position in the hearts. So in one narration, the Prophet Muhammad was seen weeping and crying. And he was asked, what was this about? He said, I was afraid that my ummah, my nation, is going to fall into polytheism. But they did not. They did not worship any idol, any sun, any moon, but they did fall in the trap of showing off to other people by their deeds. They pray so other people look at them. The reason why we're addressing this matter, although it's known, everybody knows what is Riya, but the reason we're addressing it, some aspects, some applications of Riya are not known in the community. So the purpose of this speech to address these unknown applications, although they are common, everybody follows them. So the known definition of a riya, showing off, everybody think the definition of a riya, you do something in order for other people to see you, and that's it. But is this the real definition? You do something that other people can see you. Well, for example, I have 5 children. I enter the room, they're not praying, they don't know how to pray. I start praying, so they see me praying. Am I committing riya? Am I showing off? No. But some people just take this rudimentary, basic definition and apply it to everything. Whenever he commits something, he's afraid people are going to see me. Am I committing riya? Am I showing off? So it's very important to be very meticulous and know the exact definition of a riya. So you do not commit it, you avoid it. And there is another reason. If you don't know the definition of a riya, you will be afraid from doing good deeds because you're afraid to fall in riya. I'll not do this. Who knows? Maybe I'll fall in riya. But if you know the definition, you can do the greatest deeds in the world without being afraid of riya. So this is the significance of this matter. So the example we gave of someone was showing, he entered to a room, he says, I'm going to pray so other people see me praying. Did he commit riya?
No.
It depends on the intention. Maybe yes, maybe no. If he said, I'm going to pray so other people see me in order for them to respect me more and acquire a position in their heart, this is riya. In another scenario, I want to pray so other people see me so they get motivated and start praying themselves. The intention is for Allah. So the same scenario, same thing. He wants people to see him, but what is the end result? The ultimate purpose, the ultimate intention. This is the factor, or the criterion that tells us we are following the riya or not. On the other hand, performing prayers and worships in secret, it's not always sincere. You know, we have this basic image that I'm doing my prayer in the night in secret, so it's sincere. Not necessarily. When does your prayer or your deeds become sincere? When your heart is sincere, when your heart is seeking Allah. So it's not about being in secret or being in public. If your heart is sincere, seeking Allah, then that's it. So someone might be wondering, how come I perform my prayer in secret and I'm not seeking Allah? One example, some of the people who pretend to be righteous, okay? So they're not righteous, they're not good people, they're not faithful, but they pretend to be righteous. You know, they wear clothes like a scholar, like a mullah, they go to the mosque, they have, you know, the impression of the prostration in their forehead. They speak really nice, they think they are, you know, they are angels. But in their hearts, they don't care about Allah, they care about the people. You know, what's people going to see, to perceive me? So these people compliment in the mosque, people kiss their hands. So when then in the night, they go and they believe this lie, that, oh, I am righteous, I am a good man, I am a great. Let me make ablution and do 2 prayers in secret. Is he doing this for Allah or doing this because of his self-ego? For he is seeking himself, he's not worrying about Allah. So the accurate definition of Al-Reya, showing off, is performing religious deeds in order to acquire fame and a position in the hearts of people. And regardless, is it in secret or in public? And regardless, is it by saying or by doing something? It's all Reya, anything. Specifically if something religious, prayer, you know, supplications, anything. So let's bring a very vague scenario. It's very vague. You are sitting in the room and with 7 brothers, then you make ziyarah, 7 of them, then after ziyarah stand up and make 2 rak'ah prayer, mustahab. Then you're sitting by yourself. You know, people are looking at him, why he's not praying. So he's afraid of people going to criticize him, people going to commit him, okay? People going to come and shout at him, you're not praying. So he stand up and do prayer, but is this Reya? Did he do this in order to acquire a position and be more respectful, or did he do it out of fear? You know, I'm fearful, people going to shout at me. Out of fear. So this is not Reya, because this is not the definition. It does not, you know, satisfy the definition of Reya. But it's not worship, on the other hand. Worship, you do it for the sake of Allah. This is for fear, from fear. So there's no reward, but it's not Reya. This is one of the vague scenarios. Another scenario that we fall into Reya, sometimes by speaking rather than by doing. Any form of action. Imam Ali says, your words are your actions, are a form of your actions, your words. So, another example, let's say a religious student, you know, in the religious school, you know, a scholar or a pre-scholar, okay? He's sitting in the class with the other small scholars, small turbans. They're listening to the lecturer. So the place is holy, the place is religious, they're teaching theology and learning theology. Even in this environment, someone can commit Reya. So one student go and ask so many questions and try to be intelligent, try to be clever, try to be smart, you know, bringing so complicated question, so complex, in order for other students to look at him in a more respectful way. And he continues, what is his purpose? What is his intention? To gain recognition. So, although it's a religious class, but his purpose is for Allah or for himself? Haji, you seem to be sleeping.
No, he's awake.
That's awake.
I'm paying attention to you.
Okay, so for example, this example we give. This is students who seem to be intelligent.
He's showing off.
He's showing off.
He's showing off.
Okay, although it's a religious school. Okay. So, but the real student who seek the knowledge, he will ask the question by the appropriate size, the appropriate statement, and he will learn and he will be satisfied. The other student, he will not be satisfied unless other people try to start looking at him. Then he will say, Alhamdulillah, I asked my question. It doesn't have to be clear to him he's doing this. Sometimes it's clear, I'm going to ask so other people see. Sometimes it's not clear. He does not realize this. All of a sudden he's asking too many questions, and in the hidden, the drive behind this, the driving force is fame, recognition, and he does not know about it. If he sit down and realize, I could ask a question 5 words and that's it. So this is another application.
Can I ask you a question?
We'll do it at the end of the lecture, inshallah. So, but remind me of the same.
No, you remind me.
Yeah, okay, inshallah. So, we said the definition of Reya is very specific. You can apply it to everything. Any religious deed, you do it in order to gain recognition. So, what is the religious context? It's not just the deeds. We said the deeds, the words, even the clothing, the appearance, anything religious. For example, before the example, the Rasulullah, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, survival in the judgment day is through by not trying to deceive Allah. If you deceive Allah, He will deceive you. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. The companion says, how are we going to deceive Allah? He said, the Prophet said, you do something Allah commanded you to do, seeking someone else. Is it clear? So, one example, you can make Reya by your body, like having dry lips or a yellow face, faint face, pretending to be fasting. You can make Reya by the clothing. You wear patchy clothes, cheap clothes, or the clothing of the scholars. You know, like what they call it, jubba? Abaya, like a sheikh. So I am one of the religious community members. Or by speaking, you know, like he's sitting in a majlis, you know, he's trying to advise people, do your prayer, the prayers are good, oh my son, or he's making, or he's, you know, sorry Abu Hussein, it's not deliberate, or it's written here.
No. Maybe there's some...
If he's taking sabha, say subhanallah, subhanallah.
But actually I wasn't saying subhanallah.
So other people, no, some people, really, you know, they just sit, they're not saying anything. They just, and he moving his lips. So he's like perceived to be religious. It's all about the intention. If you do the same thing, but for the sake of Allah, then it's a good deed. So, and by action, like you prostrate for a very long time. You keep sujood for a very long time, so people look at you. You are this righteous man who's weeping and crying in the prostration. Or by the followers or who you're following. Some people, and we know them, we see them, they're everywhere. They always visit scholars. They always go to scholars, they always invite scholars
To their home.
to their homes, they always speak about scholars, they tell stories about scholars.
Yes.
I seen Sayyid Ayatollah, I seen him. He was born, the other Ayatollah was learning, alhamdulillah, the other Ayatollah, the Sheikh, the scholar came, I invited him, I went to him, I went to Al-Najaf, just in order to show people I am one of the angels of this world. I belong to this religious,
Part of that flock.
yeah. If there are no people around him, he doesn't care about the scholars. It's just to show off. So this is a good deed if you do it with a good intention. You're trying to teach your children about the scholars, or Ayatollah Sayyid Sistani did this, we have this scholar in Iran, this scholar, I read his book. If you're doing this with a good intention, then it's not Riya. It's all about the intention. And there is a narration from Imam Sadiq stating that Riya is actually shirk, it's actually polytheism. Why? Because you're worshipping another god not just by prostrating to the other god, by seeking the other god. So some people seek people, you know. It's like worshipping other people. He values other people with Allah. So this is polytheism, right? This is shirk. And it's a form of shirk. Imam Sadiq says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah azza wa jal, قال الله عز وجل, I am the best associate. If you associate me with someone else, I will not accept it, except what was sincere for me. And there is a narration that says, Allah in the judgment day tell people who commit showing off, Riya, Allah tell them in the judgment day, go to the other people who you were seeking, showing off to, ask them for the rewards. Does anybody have a reward in the judgment day except Allah? Nobody. You are seeking this king, this prince, then go and ask him for your reward in the judgment day. I'm not giving you any reward. So, another form, more delicate. This is more delicate. And we have a more delicate even. Is you do a form of action sincerely. You are seeking Allah. You don't want any recognition. But when people see you and they talk about you later and compliment you, you feel happy. You feel the joy. Oh, they're talking about me. Oh, although at the beginning you did you did do it sincerely, right? With ikhlas, faithfully. But then when people talk about you, you feel happy. It means you value people, right? You care about people, right? Why are you happy? Because you care about people. All people are complimenting me. So I'm happy. Another more delicate form and more vague, more ambiguous, but it happens. And we do not know it. But when we learn, one of our duties in this world is to learn, right? So we should learn this. Is you do not do it from the beginning for people, and even if people compliment you later, you do not get happy. So we cancel these two forms. A third form, you're not happy, but you expect people to treat you more respectfully, without knowing. You enter the masjid, the mosque, you expect people to stand up and say hello to you. You expect people to, prepare the place for you to sit. Your car is broken, you expect people to stop by and help you. You are sick, you expect 10 people to come and visit you. You are not happy if something bad happens to you and nobody cares. Like imagine an Ayatollah, he's a marja. He gets sick, nobody visits him at home. If he gets upset, it means he cares about people. Oh, I should be rewarded by people. He's not happy with the reward that Allah gave him. No, people should reward me too. So it's a form of Riya. Because what is the cause of Riya? The cause of Riya, because you value people. So I know, brothers, you will think this is too complex, but it's very simple. You know, it's like multiplication. The first time you learn multiplication in school, it's very hard, but then it's a piece of cake. But this is fact. Sometimes,
But you cannot go to multiplication without knowing addition.
without knowing,
Addition.
yes, yeah,
You need to know
yeah,
addition
yeah,
first.
you need to know this. Yeah. So, sometimes people come and compliment you, and you become happy because they compliment your prayer. But you are happy, but it's not Riya. Why? Based on the definition of the Riya, showing off, the ultimate purpose was what? Was yourself. So sometimes you pray, you see people compliment your prayer, and you become happy, but not because you gain more respect, more recognition. Because you are happy that these people love the prayer. They respect the prayer. Suppose you are a scholar, okay? And you every day you walk in the street, you see 5 guys, they're not good guys, they listen to songs, they're not praying, they're bad guys, okay? And you work hard to, guide them. One day they came to the mosque and they did see you praying, and they did compliment your prayer, okay? They said, oh, mashallah, his prayer is very beautiful. So you smile. Why? If you smile because they're complimenting you, you gain a recognition. This is Riya.
What he's doing watching your salat anyway?
Follow me, Hajj.
I mean,
No.
watch your salat.
No, follow me, Hajj. Because we do fall on this test.
God watching your salat. Why is somebody watching my salat?
Why? Other people do watch.
His salat is not perfect.
You're not watching. Other people do watch, right?
When their salat perfect,
No, but they're watching other people, right?
they don't have anything else to do.
No, some people do watch other people. I'm not making this up, right? Brother? So back to our example. 5 guys, five bad guys. Then the next day they come to the mosque, they see your prayer, they are happy. Oh, mashallah, he's praying very beautiful. So you smile, you're happy because they came to the mosque, they love the prayer. Is this Riya? Are you showing off? You are happy because they did see you, because they love the salah, not because to gain recognition. We have to stick to the definition of Riya. If we know this, you can do the best deed in the world. You can donate $50 billion without Riya. Very comfortably. So, to conclude this, we said the intention behind any deed. There are 3 intentions. One intention to do it for recognition, for the people, for the Riya, to gain respect. Another intention to do it from fear, not to gain or to lose. It's just, I'm just doing it, just, not to gain or not, and neither to worship. Not to gain respect, neither to worship Allah. I'm just standing in prayer so other people do not shout at me. So the first intention, the Riya, is negative. This is 0, and there is the positive. The third intention is to do it, and your target is to get closer to God. You're doing this seeking God, for the path of God. So this is a form of a worship, a true, sincere worship. And what is the reason, the trigger, the cause in the heart? Any sickness, any illness has a cause, right? Bacteria, virus. So what's the cause of Riya, showing off from the first place? Why do people show off? Because you believe subconsciously that other people can benefit you or hurt you. As Muslims, who can benefit or hurt? Allah. If your belief is messed up and subconsciously you believe the power is in the hand of this man, or if this man compliments me, I will gain something, this belief is the trigger. You believe is Allah is the most powerful and there is someone with Allah. صلوا على محمد وعلى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد. So, but when you come to Quran, we almost conclude. When you come to Quran, Allah says, they seek greatness from the others, while Allah is the owner of all the greatness. And in another verse, one of the prophets says, if Allah wants to hurt me, then no intercession of other will help me out. So Allah is the absolute, is the ultimate. Any power that somebody else has is from Allah. So it's, if you want to make sure did you fall in Riya or not. I'm in the mosque. Am I falling in Riya? How to solve this question? Ask yourself a simple question. If there is nobody around me, am I going to read the same reading, the same recitation, the same prayer, the same dua, the same? If there is nobody around? If there is somebody around, I'll make it better than there is Riya. Be faithful in your heart. I'm going to donate $10,000. Okay. If there are people, I'll make it $15,000. Okay. There are people. If the newspaper is coming, I'll make it $20,000. If the TV is coming, I'll make it $25,000. Okay. If the representative of Ayatollah Fulan is coming to Tulsa and he is going to shake my hand because I'm donating, I will donate $40,000. Why? People are looking, the newspaper, the cameras, the people are speaking, Fulan. He contributes to build this or to give. Then, if there is an influence of people, then it means there is Riya. If you know in your heart there are no people, if there is no people around and I'm donating the same money, then you are sincere. This is how to question yourself. So, because we are left with this complex subject, we will be fearing Riya. So some people will avoid the prayer in public. Some people will avoid the dua in public, right? Just because they're fearful, they're going to commit Riya. But if you stop doing the good deeds, then you're making God happy or Satan happy. Right? Who's happy? Satan. The purpose of shaitan to stop you from worshipping Allah. Right? So if you صلى على محمد وعلى محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
So if you do the prayer or the good deed for showing off, this is bad. Okay? If you stop doing the prayers fearing Riya, this is bad too. So brothers, your attention please. If you stop doing the prayer because fearing I came to the lecture, I learned there is Riya, I'm stopping the prayer, I'm stopping the dua. This is bad too. A third form, which is bad too, is to get busy with this waswas, Get busy with this thought. I'm fighting Riya, I want to be sincere. You're in the middle of the prayer. You should be focusing, you should be weeping, you should be asking Allah, you should be supplicating, you should be focused. But no, you are distracted by fighting Riya. I want to be sincere on this, go ahead, go away, go. Then the first form, you're doing the prayer for Riya. The second form, you did not do the prayer, fearing Riya. The third form, you are distracted and busy by fighting Riya. Allah does not want any of these three cases. Allah wants you to stand up, do your prayer sincerely, and forget about anything else. How can you do it? Not by magic, by fixing your heart and fixing your knowledge. Ask yourself, who is the most influential or the only influential? The only power? Allah. If Shaitan did not came, if people are around, they are not around, if people are dead, people are rich, the newspaper is here, the newspaper will not stay forever. Everybody will die. The cameraman will die, the author will die, the publisher will die. The people who are complimenting you and say, MashaAllah, he donated, they will die. This life is a ball rolling. One day everybody will go away. Which is staying? Your sincere deeds. You did something sincerely for Allah, Allah is staying, Allah will reward you, and that's it. So if you ask yourself, who is the only influence in this world? Who is the only influence in this world, brothers? Haji. Who is the only influence in this world? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if I know I'm praying, there are 50 people around me. Are they going to benefit me? So why should I care? Allah Akbar, I'm doing my prayer for Allah, then go home. It will be written sincere. If it's not written sincere, in the judgment day, Allah will ask me, go to these brothers and collect your reward from your brothers in the judgment day. It's a very hard subject, but if we know it, then we are happy about that, because we now can purify our hearts. Imam Ali says, see how hard this subject is? It's a lot of it, it's psychology. Imam Ali says, purifying your deeds is much harder than the deed. The purification is much harder than the deed itself. And purifying your intention from corruption is much harder than fighting in the battlefield. You can battle here with a sword, simple. But purifying your heart needs a budget of knowledge to purify this heart, which is ending with seeking Allah only, which is the essence of Tawheed. So these are the last few statements, and we are ending here. We mentioned one time you should not be happy about other people if they say something good, right? I do something good, I donate, I make a prayer, someone come and compliment me. I should not be happy, right? Because
You're just doing it for yourself.
Yeah. Actually, you should be angry if somebody compliments you. The Prophet Muhammad says, it's a metaphor, not literally, it's a metaphor. He says, throw the soil in the face of the complimenters. If someone come and say something good to you, throw the soil in his face. You should be angry. Why? Because it's a metaphor, it's not literally. But why complimenting, He did it for Allah. And this complimentation, or compliments, is going to, shake some people's hearts. 50 people come and say something good, you might destroy this brother, right? So you should run away, you should close your ears. And the reason why you should be angry, because if you fall in this trap and follow Riya, all your rewards will be gone. You will come in the judgment day with an empty hand. And we know where you're going. So you should not be happy about this. You should run away from it. The Prophet ﷺ also said, for each reality there is a witness. And nobody reached the reality of sincerity unless he does not love to be complimented. If one of us reach this level, he does not like anyone to say anything, anybody to say something good about him, his deed, his prayers. I don't like him. Then he reached the reality of sincerity, ikhlas. And last two narrations from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
The Prophet said, the most thing I fear and I'm afraid on my ummah is the small polytheism, the small shirk. And they said, what is the small shirk? He said, Riya, showing off. Allah says in the judgment day, when He gives the people the reward, He says, go to those who you were seeking and showing off to in this life and ask them for your reward. I did not make this up, this is a narration from the prophets. The last narration said, there will be a time where people have a corrupt inside and a beautiful outside.
Yes.
They do not seek Allah. They do not seek their God. Their religion, their faith is Riya. Riya, showing off, is become their faith. The religion itself is all Riya. And they do not do it. And as we started our speech, the Prophet one time, he was seen weeping and crying. He was asked, why are you crying? What are you crying for? He said, I was afraid that my ummah will fall into shirk, but they are not going to fall into shirk. They are not going to worship any idol, any sun, any moon, but they are going to fall in the trap of showing off their deeds to other people. Allahumma ahfadna wa ahfad niyatina laka ya kareem. Oh God, please purify our hearts to seek you sincerely in our deeds and forgive us. We are not perfect, we are human beings. We try, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge you based on your intention and based on your struggle. If you struggle to fight Riya, if you struggle to purify your heart, even if it's not pure, if Allah will reward you for your struggle, seeking Him. And may Allah, insha'Allah, make us all of the ones of the survivals in the judgment day, insha'Allah. والصلاة على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أحسنتم.